I pulled off my headset for a little bit. It's just wet.
What? Is this summer for you guys?
Yeah. Drop timings for the week does not matter. Once again, drop whenever. There's no global cooldowns to worry about.
100% agree with that.
Builds for the week. The build I used for this week was 6 Catalyst, 6 Overpower, 6 Rage, 6 Rage Hunter, 3 Berserker, 3 Cunning, 3 Discipline, and 3 Wild Frenzy. This is with the Shroud unique effect. This build, I think, should only be used for like if you're going for top 5 time. If you're going for a top 100 time, I think you can get a much easier strategy with a different build. But I think the fastest times will be done with this build right here. A couple of variations you could do with it is you could take out the 3 Wild Frenzy and do like 6 Cunning for some maybe really good RNG crits. I think that will actually be technically better DPS.
For sub 3, literally play Skarn Strikers and you'll be good. If you're on top 100, I think Koshai Strikers will work just fine.
If you're just going for top 100, if you're not going to mess around with top 5s, this is the build you should use. 6 Catalyst, 6 Overpower, 6 Predator, 6 Rage, 3 Discipline, 3 Rage, 3 Sharpened, and 3 Wild Frenzy. With a build like this, you can just do the exact same strategy from last rotation where you send back the orbs, dash out on his enrage to proc another orb, dash back in, and just focus down 3 parts pretty easily, get 3 breaks, and you should get a pretty easy top 100 time. Actually, the very first run that I ran with this build, I got a 122nd, which was the very first run of my night. Highly recommend this build for top 100s and the Shroud Strikers for top 5. Lanterns for the week. I think it's Pangar just to keep the stick scenes away, and it's health damage I think is really good along with the frost proc once again, just like every other week.
I mean, yeah.
So potions for the week. For the top 5 build, Pylon, Blitz, and Frenzy. You get a lot of effect out of the Pylon by pulling image to the corner and setting them there. You can sit in the Pylon pretty much the entire fight and get a lot of extra damage out of that. Although I think Stagger Tonic is the way to go if you're just going to go the top 100 Koshai route. You get pretty nice stagger timings, lots of staggers.
I think really your best bet is just using a pylon or a grenade.
Yeah, for easy boops. Viable weapons for the week. I think every single weapon's viable this week. Again, I think it's one of those weeks that any weapon can get a sub 3 pretty easily as well, I might add. Going down the list, Aether Strikers, definitely viable. I think it's actually the best weapon this week. Hammer, for sure, viable. Sword I think is actually going to struggle a little bit because of the Koshai and Skarn weapons just not being great for it. So it doesn't get that elemental advantage. It'll probably just be using Torg, but I think it'll do just fine anyways.
So it's the same goes for chain blades.
Yeah, same for chain blades, exactly. And Pike even, actually. Pike I don't think is going to be using.
It's going to be hell.
So those 3 weapons, Sword, Chain Blade, and Pike, I think will struggle more than the other weapons. I think they'll do just fine. Repeaters I think will do just fine. And Axe, definitely think is really good this week as well. Koshai Axe is actually really strong, and this week I think plays right into its unique effect as well. I think you can get some really big damage off with it. All right, mistakes in your run or improvements you're looking to make. I think the biggest thing that could have improved my time is placing that second pylon. I should have placed another pylon when he was coming out of his portal, and that would have easily shaved off like 2 seconds on my time, getting that extra 35% damage there for the rest of the fight. Definitely think I could have also gone for 3 breaks with better part focus.
You did good with what you had.
Yeah, all I need, man. Strategy inside the arena. So the strategy I used for the top 5 run, to start out the run, you go to the corner on the right, tank the first orb, and pray to the RNG gods that you can hit this boop.
This charge boop, really, it seems like RNG at this point, because most of the time, yeah, like you said, he just does the charge, and as soon as he gets in front of you, he stops and even does another move.
Yeah, does a tail slam.
And even for me, what happened was I hit the boop, that animation, like the stars came out, but nothing happened.
Yeah, that would happen with me as well.
The easiest way you want to get those boops is use a grenade. If you want to do the orb boop, what I tested and figured out was in order for the orb to not go through Stormclaw, you need to gain some distance. So if you hit the orb back while you're pretty close to him, it'll just phase right through him.
So I found on the very first orb, if you're like outside of the shadow, it will go through him. So I would like position myself like right on the edge.
And once he enrages, you can pretty much bait the orb again.
Yeah, his orb attack will be off of cooldown after he enrages. And so if you get out of range of his attacks, he'll do another orb attack.
Parts to focus. Pretty easy.
Yeah, you're just going to be wanting to focus the legs. His head is super tanky and his legs are made of paper.
Group strategy, pretty much 1 pike, 3 strikers, get the first orb boop, and pretty much aim only for the legs or power breaks. That's about it.
Yeah, groups should be able to land 4 breaks this week. Top times for the week. Solo times right now, top time right now is average T with 53 seconds. I think you can do better. I don't think people will.
The times can definitely go sub 50 if you can be bothered playing against the odds of him bugging out.
Right.
Especially with the boops.
Yeah, you're just going to have to throw a bunch of potions at him.
I reckon someone might try, like MV might try and get like 51 or 52.
I could see it. Top 5 this week right now is Egg with 56 seconds. I think this will get pushed down to at least sub 55.
With enough people trying, it will.
I could see top 5 being like 54 seconds.
I reckon that as well. I agree.
Top 100 right now for solos is 136.
I'm gonna say it's gonna go down to 120.
Yeah, I think so too, actually. Yeah, I think I agree. I think 120, top 100. All right, groups. Top time right now is 24 seconds. I want to say a sub 20 is possible.
A sub 20 would definitely be possible, and if 30 in the groups keep trying for it, then most likely it'll be sub 20, because it's just trying to get those 4 breaks as quick as possible to stagger lock them.
Right. I want to say 17 seconds again for top time.
17 seconds? Maybe not. I'm gonna say 19 or 20.
Okay. Top 5 right now is 39 seconds. I think this is going to be easily 25 seconds. 23 seconds, 22 seconds maybe.
I reckon if people do the strat of 4 breaks with 3 strikers and 1 pike, it can go down to 25.
Top 100 right now is 115. I think this is going to get pushed hard. God, I wanted to say 40 seconds at the beginning of the week. I think that's a little bit too aggressive. I'm going to say 50 seconds for top 100.
I'm gonna say it's maybe 55 to a minute.
That's so slow.
Okay, maybe like 50 to 55.
I'm going to go aggressive and say 50. I'm going to say sub 50 for top 100. Don't forget to leave a comment down below in case we missed anything, and let me know how you guys are doing this trial. If you guys like the content, think about subscribing. I'm trying to hit the 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting nearly there. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and see you guys next week.